Good evening, and welcome to the Florida Department of Transportation's Rural Development Public Workshop webcast. My name is Justin Hanna, and I will serve as your moderator for tonight's webinar. To open the meeting, I will state that today is Wednesday, September 29th, 2021, and the time is now 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The purpose of this workshop is to present proposed changes to Rule 14-15.0081 Florida Administrative Code to establish toll rates on department toll facilities. Whenever the department proposes changes to rules, it is done in accordance with Chapter 120 of the Florida Administrative Rule Process. This process includes public notice of any rule amendments, including a mandatory notice of rule development in the Florida Administrative Register and an optional public workshop. After we detail the proposed changes to the rule, we will also provide an opportunity for the public to comment or ask questions. This workshop was advertised in the Florida Administrative Register on September 9th, 2021. It was also advertised in the newspapers throughout the state of Florida in both English and Spanish. The websites for Florida's Turnpike Enterprise and the Florida Department of Transportation will also provide notice of tonight's workshop. And finally, email notifications of this workshop were sent to state and local public officials. The Florida Department of Transportation solicits public participation without regard to race, color, national origin, age, sex, religion, disability, or family status. For more information regarding Title VI, please contact Tony Espinosa at Florida's Turnpike Enterprise at 407-532-3999 or Jacqueline Paramore at 850-414-4753. This Rule Development Workshop is being conducted pursuant to Chapter 120 Florida statutes. The workshop is being held as a communications media technology proceeding pursuant to 28-109 Florida Administrative Code. The format of tonight's workshop is a webinar-style meeting. Our participants tonight are either joining us from a remote location, such as a personal home computer, or they're attending at one of the site access locations the department has provided. After I complete these informational and housekeeping slides, Jackie Churchill, Chief Financial Officer of Florida's Turnpike Enterprise, will present the proposed changes to the rule. After her presentation, we will open the webinar to receive comments and questions from you, the audience. At this time, we'll recognize all federal, state, county, or city officials who are present tonight. Attending virtually, we have Oakland Commissioner Joseph McMullen and Tamarack Commissioner Marlon Bolton. Moving on to the site locations at district offices, are there any officials at your locations? If there are, please raise your hand and I'll recognize you. All comments and questions received through the webinar tonight will be acknowledged and made part of the official record of tonight's workshop. They can be submitted several ways this evening. As shown on the screen, if you are attending from your personal computer, you can submit a written question or comment through the questions box in the webinar menu on the side of your screen. You may also provide a verbal comment. You will need to click the raise hand icon in the sidebar of the webinar menu to raise your hand. To provide verbal comments, you can use the computer audio option, which allows you to listen to the webinar through your computer speakers. But if you want to make a verbal comment using this option, your computer must be equipped with a microphone or microphone headset. If you are unsure whether your computer is equipped with a microphone, your best bet is to choose the phone call option. To make a verbal comment, you can use either of the audio functions located on the audio tab in the webinar menu. The easiest and recommended way is to use the telephone option. All you need to do is click the phone call radio button, call the telephone number provided with your registration, and follow the prompts to enter the access code and audio PIN. For everyone's benefit, all attendees are muted or, as the webinar states, in listen-only mode when you join the webinar. When it is your turn, I will call on you and make your statement and you will be unmuted. If for some reason you start to have audio problems during the webinar, first please retry your audio connection or contact us through the question box and we will try to assist you. For those persons attending at a district site access location, you may also provide written or verbal comments. For written comments, please fill out a comment card provided by the facilitator, shown on the screen, and if requested, the facilitator will type your comments into the webinar question box so they will become part of the record of the webinar. You can also let the facilitator know you'd like to provide a formal comment verbally. It will click the hand icon for you, and I will call on the site access location when it is time to speak. The purpose of this workshop is to solicit comments about the proposed rule amendments presented tonight. After the formal presentation is over, we will continue to accept comments through the webinar question box. If you want to make a comment about any of the proposed amendments to the administrative rules presented after the webinar, please send comments to Justin Hanna at justin.hanna@dot.state.fl.us or by U.S. mail at P.O. Box 613069, Ocoee, Florida 34761. All comments and questions received through the webinar tonight or email will be responded to after a 7-day comment period. And lastly, all meeting materials for this workshop are available on the Turnpike website at floridasturnpike.com/toll-rate-rule-development. There is also a link to this webpage on the homepage of floridasturnpike.com. This workshop is being recorded, and a recording will be made available on this website on Friday, October 1st, 2021. So with those housekeeping items taken care of, I would now like to turn it over to Jackie Churchill to begin the presentation.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Jackie Churchill, and tonight we will be discussing proposed rule amendments to Rule 14-15.0081. The agenda for tonight's presentation will be as follows. We will begin with a brief review of the setting of toll rates and the toll rate schedule, and then a review of the conversion of the current ticket system segment of the Turnpike Main Line to all electronic tolling. We will then review the two new facilities being added to the toll rate schedule, the Gateway Expressway and Suncoast Parkway from US 98 in Hernando County to County Road 486 in Citrus County. Next, we will review the 5 new interchanges being added to the toll rate schedule: Northwest 170th Street, Northwest 8th Street, Sand Lake Road, Braddock Road, and Ridge Road. Then we will review an overview of the future Winter Lake Plaza on Polk Parkway. And finally, we will review other updates to Rule 14-15.0081. Chapter 338.155 of the Florida Statute permits the Florida Turnpike Enterprise to collect tolls on its facilities. The specified facilities and the corresponding toll rates can be found in Rule 14-15.0081 of the Florida Administrative Code. The ticket system, as it is commonly referred to, is a 155-mile segment of the Turnpike Main Line that extends from just north of Boynton Beach, near milepost 87, to just south of the Kissimmee-St. Cloud interchange at milepost 242. On this segment of the Florida's Turnpike Main Line, customers not using a SunPass or other interoperable transponder are given a ticket when they first enter the system along the main line or at an interchange. When customers exit the system, they return their ticket to the toll booth attendant and pay the corresponding toll amount shown on the ticket. The toll rate a customer pays is dependent on their entry and exit points along the system. This results in as many as 13 potential toll amounts for each exit point, which leads to increased travel times, operational complexities, and customer confusion. These cash transactions also require drivers to stop at toll booths and can sometimes lead to heavy backups at on and off ramps. These locations also limit future interchange improvements due to ramp tolling at these plazas. The current configuration of the ticket system includes 2 mainline plazas and 12 interchanges. At each interchange, toll gantries are located on all ramps, which in combination with the 2 mainline plazas are used to identify the entry and exit points of all trips on the ticket system. This new system will feature 12 gantries that will be placed on the main line, instead of on the ramps at each interchange. These new mainline gantries will feature all electronic tolling, or AET. Cash will no longer be accepted on the system. This new system allows for easier, more convenient toll payment for customers by eliminating the need to stop at toll booths, allowing for free-flowing, highway speed travel through toll gantries. This will eliminate the queuing at toll plazas and provide environmental benefits by reducing fuel consumption and vehicle emissions. AET on the ticket system will provide a seamless mainline customer experience along the entire 312 miles of the Turnpike mainline. Customers will pay tolls using one of two options. The easiest and most cost-effective option is to use a SunPass for all toll payments. SunPass customers will be able to take advantage of the lowest rates available throughout the Turnpike system. SunPass is the preferred method of payment for tolls, as many toll roads in Florida do not have a cash payment option. Driving Florida's toll roads with the SunPass transponder means no hassle no matter what toll road you drive. There are two SunPass transponders, the SunPass Mini, which is accepted on toll roads in Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. However, the SunPass Mini cannot be moved to different vehicles and cannot be used on motorcycles. The SunPass Pro, which can be moved to different vehicles and used on motorcycles, is accepted on toll roads in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and anywhere in the United States where EasyPass is accepted. The easiest way to purchase a SunPass Pro or SunPass Mini is by going to www.sunpass.com. Customers select the type of transponder they want, provide payment and shipping information, and receive a transponder in the mail. Sunpass.com is available in both English and Spanish. Customers can also call the SunPass Customer Service Center at 888-865-5352 and order a transponder from a representative. There are also many retail locations where you can purchase a transponder, including Publix supermarkets, Walgreens, CVS, Amscot, all full-service AAA Auto Club South locations, Navarro discount pharmacies, and Sedano supermarkets. Transponders can also be purchased at all Turnpike service plazas and at select visitor centers. In addition to SunPass, the Turnpike system also accepts ePass, EasyPass, PeachPass, QuickPass, and Leeway. Customers can also pay by establishing a prepaid toll-by-plate account, in which customers have toll payments debited from a prepaid account. Prepaid toll-by-plate customers are not charged a $2.50 administrative fee that applies to standard toll-by-plate customers. Here is a video of AET in action. This allows for highway speed travel through the toll gantries, which eliminates delays and backups previously experienced on the current ticket system at toll collection points. The current toll structure, in which customers are charged one of 13 different rates at an exit point based on their entry point, will be replaced by one in which the toll charged is the same for every customer using the same payment method and same vehicle class at each new mainline gantry. This new mainline gantry system removes the need to match entry and exit points in order to calculate the toll. The location of these toll gantries ensures an average toll rate of 8 cents per mile is maintained for two-axle vehicles. These tables show a comparison of the current toll rate per mile and the toll of the full-length 155-mile trip on the ticket system for a two-axle vehicle. The SunPass rate of 8 cents per mile is calculated by dividing the cost of the full-length trip by the system length of 155 miles. The minimum toll rate will be 25 cents, which is applied at two mainline locations, at the Belvedere Plaza between State Road 80 and Jog Road, and at the PGA Boulevard Plaza between State Road 710 and PGA Boulevard. The SunPass toll will be $12.55 for the full-length trip. The average toll-by-plate rate will be 10 cents per mile, similar to today's rate. The minimum toll-by-plate toll is 50 cents. The toll-by-plate toll will be $16.30 for the full-length trip. The new rate table shows both SunPass and toll-by-plate rates, as well as the axle-based rates for vehicles. The longer distances between interchanges allows the tolling structure to remain at 8 cents per mile for SunPass customers and users of other interoperable transponders. The rate for toll-by-plate customers will continue to average 10 cents per mile. The calculation of the multi-axle toll rates will be based on the number of axles as it is done today. Customers who previously paid their tolls with cash and who do not have a transponder will now be charged the toll-by-plate rate. With the AET conversion on the ticket system, the Turnpike mainline continues to be much lower priced than other Florida agency toll roads. The proposed amendments to Rule 14-15.0081 will also add 2 new facilities to the toll rate table. The first is the Gateway Expressway in the Tampa Bay area. The Gateway Expressway is a new FDOT facility. The project includes the construction of 2 new 4-lane elevated toll roadways with connections from US 19 to I-275 and from the Bayside Bridge to I-275. The rate table will show the new mainline gantry at milepost 2, the Gateway Plaza, and the ramp gantry at Roosevelt Boulevard, milepost 6. For 2-axle vehicles, the SunPass customer rate at the Gateway Plaza will be 80 cents, and the toll by plate rate will be $1.07. At the Roosevelt Boulevard ramp, the SunPass rate is 26 cents, and the toll by plate rate is 54 cents. The table also includes the multi-axle toll rates, which will be calculated with the N-1 formula, which equals the number of axles of the vehicle minus 1 multiplied by the 2-axle toll rate. The Suncoast Parkway is being extended approximately 16 miles from its current terminus at US 98 in Hernando County to County Road 486 in Citrus County. The rate table will now contain the new mainline toll plaza at milepost 57, known as the Sugar Mill Plaza, a new mainline toll plaza at milepost 65, known as the Lecanto Plaza, and the State Road 44 ramps to the north, northbound on, and from the north, southbound off at milepost 68. For 2-axle vehicles, the SunPass customer rate at the State Road 44 ramps to and from the north will be 26 cents, and the toll by plate rate will be 54 cents. The SunPass customer rate at the Lecanto Plaza will be $1.07, and the toll by plate rate will be $1.34. Finally, the SunPass customer rate at the Sugar Mill Plaza will be 80 cents, and the toll by plate rate will be $1.07. The table also includes the multi-axle toll rates, which will be calculated with the N-1 formula, which equals the number of axles of the vehicle minus 1 multiplied by the 2-axle toll rate. In addition to these new facilities, 5 new interchanges will be added to the rate table. These interchanges are the Northwest 170th Street interchange at milepost 37 on the Turnpike Main Line in Miami-Dade County, the Northwest 8th Street interchange at milepost 0 on the Sawgrass Expressway in Broward County, the Sand Lake Road interchange at milepost 257 on the Turnpike Main Line in Orange County, the Braddock Road interchange at milepost 20 on the Polk Parkway in Polk County, and the Ridge Road interchange at milepost 25 on the Suncoast Parkway in Pasco County. The Northwest 170th Street interchange will be constructed at milepost 37 on the Florida's Turnpike Main Line in Miami-Dade County. When completed, the interchange will be tolled for movements to the north, northbound on, and from the north, southbound off, on the Florida's Turnpike Main Line as part of a widening project on the facility. The interchange will be AET. For drivers of 2-axle vehicles, the toll amount will be 54 cents for SunPass customers and 80 cents for toll by plate customers. The table also includes the multi-axle toll rates, which will be calculated with the N-1 formula, which equals the number of axles of the vehicle minus 1 multiplied by the 2-axle toll rate. The Northwest 8th Street interchange will be constructed just north of milepost 0 on the Sawgrass Expressway in Broward County. When completed, the interchange will be tolled for movements to the south, southbound on, and from the south, northbound off on the Sawgrass Expressway as part of a widening project on the facility. The interchange will be AET. For drivers of 2-axle vehicles, the toll amount will be 26 cents for SunPass customers and 54 cents for toll by plate customers. The table also includes the multi-axle toll rates, which will be calculated with the N-1 formula, which equals the number of axles of the vehicle minus 1 multiplied by the 2-axle toll rate. The Sand Lake Road interchange will be constructed at milepost 257 on the Florida's Turnpike Main Line in Orange County. When completed, the interchange will be tolled for movements to the north, northbound on, and from the north, southbound off on the Florida's Turnpike Main Line. The interchange will be AET. For drivers of two axle vehicles, the toll amount will be 80 cents for SunPass customers and $1.07 for toll-by-plate customers. The table also includes the multi-axle toll rates, which will be calculated with the N-1 formula, which equals the number of axles of the vehicle minus 1 multiplied by the two-axle toll rate. The Braddock Road interchange will be constructed at milepost 20 on the Polk Parkway in Polk County. When completed, the interchange will be tolled for movements to the north, northbound on, and from the north, southbound off on the Polk Parkway as part of the widening project on the facility. With the addition of Braddock Road interchange, the Eastern Plaza has been relocated just south of its existing location. The interchange will be AET. For drivers of two axle vehicles, the toll amount will be 54 cents for SunPass customers and 80 cents for toll-by-plate customers. The table also includes the multi-axle toll rates, which will be calculated with the N-1 formula, which equals the number of axles of the vehicle minus 1 multiplied by the two-axle toll rate. In partnership with Pasco County, the Ridge Road interchange will be constructed at milepost 25 along the Suncoast Parkway. When completed, the interchange will be tolled for movements to the north, northbound on, and from the north, southbound off on the Suncoast Parkway. The interchange will be AET. For drivers of two axle vehicles, the toll amount will be 26 cents for SunPass customers and 54 cents for toll-by-plate customers. The table also includes the multi-axle toll rates, which will be calculated with the N-1 formula, which equals the number of axles of the vehicle minus 1 multiplied by the two-axle toll rate. A future Winter Lake Toll Plaza will be implemented at milepost 16 on Polk Parkway. This new mainline plaza is part of the Polk Parkway AET project and will eliminate the need for differential toll rates and traffic separation at the Central Plaza. Upon implementation of the Winter Lake Plaza, the Central Plaza toll rate will be reduced to match the Winter Lake Plaza toll rates. In addition, the ramp toll plazas on the State Road 540 interchange to and from the east will be removed. For drivers of two axle vehicles, the future SunPass rate at the Winter Lake Plaza is 54 cents, and the toll-by-plate rate is 80 cents. The table also includes the multi-axle toll rates, which will be calculated with the N-1 formula, which equals the number of axles of the vehicle minus 1 multiplied by the two-axle toll rate. Other updates to Rule 14-15.0081 and the toll rate schedule include the consolidation of the Turnpike mainline rate table, combining the Northern Coin, ticket system, Southern Coin, and Homestead extension of Florida's Turnpike rates into one table. Addition of toll-by-plate rates to the Alligator Alley, Pinellas Bayway, and Sunshine Skyway Bridge facilities. An update to the Beachline West rate table to reflect a recent toll rate change by the Central Florida Expressway Authority. And finally, updates to milepost numbers of toll gantries which were relocated due to the AET conversion. Now I will turn it back over to Justin for the public comment and question portion of the webinar.
Thank you, Jackie. Now it is time for the comment and question period. Here with me tonight, again, are Jackie Churchill, Chief Financial Officer, and Carol Scott, Planning Manager of Florida's Turnpike Enterprise. As I previously mentioned, comments and questions can be submitted one of several ways. Written comments can be submitted through the questions box in the webinar menu on the side of your screen. If your menu is collapsed, you can reopen it by clicking the orange arrow. Again, where the webinar menu says questions, you can also submit questions pertaining to the administrative rule changes presented tonight. We will try to address the comments and questions submitted. However, all comments and questions submitted through the webinar question box will be responded to via the registered email address and made part of the public record of tonight's workshop. You may also provide a comment verbally. Please click on the hand icon to raise your hand, and I will call on you on a first-come, first-served basis. As a reminder, if you choose to make a verbal comment, please make sure that you have either 1, called into the webinar and entered the audio pin, or 2, have a microphone or headset with a microphone if you're using the mic and speakers option. All attendees are muted or in listen-only mode with either of the audio choices. If you'd like to make a comment verbally, again, please click on the hand icon to raise your hand and alert us that you have a comment. I will call on you to make your statement, but please wait until the webinar lets you know that you have been unmuted before speaking. I do have some ground rules before we get started. For the benefit of everyone attending tonight, please start your comments by stating your name and location. Also, we would appreciate it if you would limit your comments to the proposed changes to the administrative rules presented only during tonight's meeting. And finally, please limit your comments during this meeting to 1 minute. You can also submit written questions to me about any of the proposed amendments to the administrative rules presented please send the comments via email to justin.hanna@dot.state.fl.us or U.S. mail at P.O. Box 613069, Ocoee, Florida 34761. And with that, I will now open up the presentation for questions. And again, if you're online, if you are trying to ask a question, make sure you use the raise hand feature so I can see you online and then unmute you to ask your question or add your comment. Okay, and we have a comment that was submitted before the webinar that I'm going to read to enter into the record for the workshop from Mr. Scott Ferry. His statement was, "I wish to see no toll increase on the Suncoast Parkway in Pasco County." Thank you for your comment, Mr. Ferry, and it will now be made part of the record of tonight's workshop. All right, and again, if there are any comments or questions, use the hand raise feature. So far, we've had just the comment earlier, and so we'll continue to keep the question and answer portion open for another 5 minutes, and then just to make sure that we can get any questions or comments that we received. However, we will be leaving the webinar for any comments or questions that we receive after the Q&A portion is complete until 7 o'clock tonight. So we will leave that portion open, but we'll be leaving this open for another about 5 more minutes for any other questions and answers. And again, use the hand raise feature so I can call on you if you have a question or a comment. And then you can also enter your question into the question box that is in the side panel of your menu, and we can also see your questions there. And we will read your question and then answer it, and then it will be also entered into the record for the meeting for the public workshop. Okay, so we'll leave the webinar open here for the question and answer period open for just about another minute. Again, we will leave the questions open so that we'll receive those until 7 p.m. We'll give just about another minute here for our question and answer portion, just to make sure we get any questions or comments that we are still out there. So, okay. So with that, thank you for participating in tonight's public workshop. And as a reminder, if you want to make a comment about any of the proposed amendments or administrative rules presented, please send comments to Justin Hanna via email at justin.hanna@dot.state.fl.us or by U.S. mail at P.O. Box 613069, Ocoee, Florida 34761. And again, all comments and questions that are received through the webinar tonight or sent in will be responded to after a 7-day comment period. And a recording of this workshop will be posted by Friday, October 1st on the workshop website. Thank you again and have a great evening.